What's happening, everyone? Welcome back, all red advocates. And today, man, that was a painful match to watch, especially in the second half. Club Brugge versus Man United match reaction. And I have a lot of things to talk about, you know, and let's start with the first half. First of all, you know, we started terribly. I don't know what Ollie said to them in the pre-match, team speech because it clearly didn't work. We came off rip looking lackadaisical, looking tired, and this is a team that's had a lot of changes. So you'd expect them to be fit, raring to go. You have people like Jesse Lingard who's struggling for form, struggling to get into the starting lineup, and those are the kind of performances you bring, you know. And it wasn't just him; it was Andreas Pereira who was dreadful today. Juan Mata didn't have his best game like we've seen for a while now because he hasn't got the legs for it anymore, even against opposition like this. And hats off to Club Bruges because they they tested us, they pushed us, and they didn't show us any respect, especially in the first half. That's when they played at their best, and towards the end of the game, they didn't show us any respect. They came at us, and they attacked us, and when they scored, you know, they deserved it. It was terrible defending. You can question how the defenders got split so easily by Mignolet's goal kick. And then you got to question how hesitant Romero was. I don't want to say him because he makes, minimal mistakes when he starts for us. You've seen his record. He's been a model, a model. He's represented Man United well, so I don't want to slate him, but he was poor for the first goal and their only goal. But, we were bailed out by a moment of brilliance by Martial, a mistake, where they threw it in, and I guess the defender misjudged how the ball would, you know, go across the surface. And, Martial with two great touches and then with the third slots it into the back of the net and gets us that crucial away goal that we'll need going into the second leg now. Um, I would say that just because of that, we should be going through. We should be going through, especially because we're playing at home next. So that was a crucial goal to get in the game. Um, but yeah, over the first half, the team was terrible. The midfield, it's like it's like a broken record at this point. We keep on saying there's a lack of creativity in this game, and when Bruno and Fred came on later, which I'll get to, we obviously looked a lot better. But in the first half, we got guys like Andreas, uh, Mata, and all these guys. They just can't make or connect with a forward pass. There's not enough pace. You think Lingard, you represent that guy with running around and giving 100% effort, but even then, he just seems completely invisible. And to be honest, when the first half ended, I was thinking, wow, we've actually got away with this because Bruges definitely deserved to go 1-0 up at half time. And in the second half, again, I think it was even worse, you know, until the 80th minute when Fred and Bruno was seen on the pitch. But Bruno came on about 10 minutes ago. Igalo came on as well, but he didn't do much. Um, we were terrible, couldn't create a chance. But then Bruges were also not so great until the latter stages of the end of the game as well. So we have no excuse with this performance. And another thing I want to bring up is this 3-5-2 formation. Now, we've seen it a few times before last game. But the reason, and I don't understand this, it's like Ole's seen that we've won with this formation. So he's just going to continue to use it until it doesn't work. And then in the 80th minute, we switched to 4-4-2 when Bruno was on, Fred was on, and we looked so much better. We looked so much better. And this is the thing that I just don't understand. At times it looks like Ollie's going with the flow, because it's like, all right, we won against Chelsea with a 3-5-2 formation, and let's just say we didn't even play that great in the Chelsea game, but he's just going to use it until we lose, and then he's going to switch it up again. It looks like he has no clue out there, and the coaching staff, everything, it's just been poor. It's been poor for this whole season, and it's not good enough. It doesn't matter if we've got a point and a good point and an away goal against Club Brugge, and we should win in the second leg. We shouldn't be playing this terrible away from home. Manchester United's side that we saw today, it proves it doesn't matter how much players we've got, or we can switch out, and change the starting 11 or whatever. We have no depth, because most of the players we have, they're not good enough, and they haven't been good enough for a long time now. And we need a lot of wholesale changes. But with the current regime in, are those changes going to be right? At the end of last season, Ollie said a lot of people won't be here. Yeah, some people have left. Lukaku left, we didn't replace him. And we got Igalo now. Don't know how good he's going to be, but I'm rooting for him. Because it's not his fault. We've got Bruno after such a long time of negotiations. But there's so many more players in this squad that just need to go because they're not good enough. If we're looking to the way I look at it is we have at least 3 steps. Get back in Champions League qualification every year. Then start finishing 2nd, 3rd place consistently, and then we go on to win the league. That is not happening under the current regime, the current coaching staff, because everything is just not good enough from top to bottom, and that is the sad thing about it. Bruno came on with 10 minutes ago. He instantly wanted to take shots. He wasn't hesitant. He made some passes, and I was thinking, wow, just imagine the creativity that we lacked for 80 minutes in that game. It was amazing to see. And it's not like we've not seen it before this season, but it's like every time you watch it, it's like, how have we fallen? How have we fallen this much? To be looking at a team like this that are struggling to create chances against Club Brugge. No disrespect, but we should be wiping the floor with them. I don't even know what to say. I'm left speechless at this point. And I don't know what Ollie's going to say in his post-match conference. He's probably going to say something like, we got a good point. But the way I look at it, yeah, it was a good point. But the performance is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And any fan that vouches for that type of performance, you haven't got your priorities straight, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. But, I'll be back with a match preview before the Watford game on Sunday. Hopefully we can string a few good performances together and really push for Champions League contention. I mean, we still have a chance to get 4th place because Chelsea will slip up again. And depending on what happens with this Manchester City situation, whether they'll make 5th place available for Champions League or whatever, that doesn't matter to me, because we shouldn't be aiming for 5th place. We should be aiming for the top 4. And the fact that if we finish 5th and end up getting in the Champions League, we've been bailed out by UEFA catching Man City due to financial fair play, we should not be happy with that. We should not. We need to get better. And we've made the right steps, especially signing Bruno. And we saw how special he was when he entered the pitch today. But we need to get better. Because currently, we have so many players that just offer nothing to this squad. And if we keep those players in this summer and we don't make the required signings, we could be seeing yet another season like this one where we're just failing, and we have a manager who's speaking about we haven't played that bad, or we expect to get in the top four at the start of the season, and then all of a sudden the expectations change. There's no surprise. We lack consistency, we lack leadership, and that's from a managerial aspect as well. Listen, I respect Ollie, he's a club legend, but as a manager, he is nothing. He is nothing.